Welcome to the Wally Show Precast, and we are always Facebook living. We have to come up with a better way to say that, but Facebook living. Is there a cooler way to say that?
I don't think so, and I don't think you should ask. I don't think you should turn to me for that question.
Good idea. Thank you.
Speaking of past tense or current present tense, I don't know how to say I blow dried my hair.
Yeah, I blew dried
it. I don't know.
You're absolutely right.
These are the mysteries of life.
These are the things that we tackle in the precast,
Yes.
the big issues. You guys missed it earlier. Zach came to me for fashion advice. Yes,
Really?
yes,
Oh my
he
goodness.
did. He
Are we
did.
gonna
I
start
realized
seeing
it was in the
Zach
wrong people in the room at the time.
We're gonna see him in what do you call those tight jeans?
Skinny
oh, no.
jeans.
Skinny
Oh, no.
jeans.
Yeah,
Oh.
it was so cute. He was like, I got new pants, and he's like, what do you think? Do they look good on me? And I'm
That
like,
is not what I said.
And then he turned around. I
yes,
saw this from
he's
the other
fine.
room. Yeah,
Yes,
fine.
he did.
I did
He
not.
was
I
like,
deny.
like this. I'm glad we're videotaping this.
Yes. No, I bought them last night and I tried them on and they were the right length. But then when I wore shoes today, I feel like they're just a touch short.
Yeah, he was like, are these too short?
Okay, come on,
Are
bring
these
that
too
out
short?
for
Yeah.
Facebook Live.
Look
Come on.
at them.
Come on.
I don't think that they're too short when you stand, straight. Because look at the back of his shoe. They come down to the back of his shoe, to his sole. So I think he's okay. It's on the fence.
It's right on that line, which I usually try to run away from the line.
It's on that line. So maybe what you should do is wear boots and peg them. No.
You should wear capris.
Should I return them?
Oh, you just bought them.
I
And
just bought them,
can you
but-
return them?
Yeah,
now?
because I've taken the tags
Have you
off.
washed them yet?
I would
No, I just bought
say-
them last night.
I would say if we were having a 1 to 2 inch flood, you'd be safe.
See,
Because with guys' jeans, like the lengths are even numbers, so I have to add 2 inches. Is that
right.
Then they're gonna be like I'm gonna be
But
walking on them.
do you wash your jeans regularly?
Defined regularly every 3 weeks. Yes.
Yes, yeah, that's about right. Because they will lengthen out. Like mine are kind of around
they
that
won't
same length.
lengthen out.
Yeah, they stretch.
No.
Do they?
No,
I
they
feel like they go
shrink.
the other way.
They-
When you
they
wash
shrink
them,
up.
they shrink. But when you're wearing them for like weeks, they get saggier.
No, but I mean like the length goes up.
Goes up?
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets shorter.
Yeah. I got two pairs of jeans at the same time, and
I
the
think we're
ones that
saying
I've
that shorter,
When
right?
you
Yeah,
wash
they get
them.
shorter.
When you wash them.
Yeah.
Yes. But when
Yes.
you're wearing them for a few weeks, before you wash them, they get baggier.
No.
Yeah, they do.
They don't get longer though. They
Yeah.
get baggier.
I
And
think it comes down to you need to return them, Zach.
I don't know if you
Okay.
can once you take the tags
I
off.
know.
Well, Target, it's pretty
I did get
Yes, you
two
can.
pairs, so I can return the one.
I don't know.
Why did you take the tags
Because you're right on the
off?
fence.
Because I wanted to wear them today. When I tried them, look, when I have no
I-
shoes on.
Guys,
fine.
please. I think we've
They're
lost
fine with
sight
no shoes.
of what's important. He looks fabulous.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, I like. Let's not gene shame him, okay?
Well, we have a presentation on Friday, and I didn't want it. Like my jeans are getting holes.
Oh
and
my
they
This
goodness.
is
They
so
look
cute.
horrible.
They try
Adorable.
so hard to
Ew.
impress
do I
others.
look good for the dance
I know.
pop?
I know.
That's so cute.
I haven't bought new jeans in about 2 years, and I've looked at all the thrift
You
stores and
wanna
I've been striking
impress
out. So.
What shirt are you
Yeah,
wearing?
what are you gonna
I
wear
don't know.
shirt-wise? That's your bigger issue.
I have a
That is your
presentation
bigger
shirt.
issue.
yeah,
But a button popped off, so now I need to either fix that or buy a new presentation.
Can we-
wear your Halloween shirt?
My Halloween shirt. Oh,
Yeah.
the blue
black-
one.
no,
it's blue.
black.
It's blue,
It's
and
black.
I've had that shirt since I was a junior in high
I
school.
wish I had more
Oh
time
my
to go
gosh.
shopping with you
You
for
need
this
to take him
presentation.
shopping.
I
It's
like
really
a
do.
You
blind
need to.
leading the blind.
No.
Are you
Yeah.
kidding me?
In the
Well, this is a
prepar-
Bloodwater hoodie, but
in the preparation for your thing, because this reflects on you. I think you should be more
100%.
concerned about this.
Well-
you need to take that son to Kohl's tonight.
there's two things at play here. One, the worse he looks, the better I look. So it's kind of like having a friend.
You have a lot of ground to make up, though.
Yes, I know, and thank goodness for Zach. It helps. And
It's
so,
true.
while Zach, I think your jeans will be fine. I'm gonna wear skinnier jeans.
Oh yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
they have skinny, and then
I did try some on that
Did
felt
you?
great, but I looked in the mirror and it was like it's like they were jeggings. I was like, no, that's what Wally does. I'm
that's
not
when
going to
they're-
steal his thing.
just about right.
If you can cinch him in the back a little somehow.
So yeah, I'm glad that you're thinking of that for the presentation.
Wouldn't it be hilarious if your skinny jeans, the button popped off right when you
Do you remember when we shot that? We shot a video for Momentum, and I was Steve Irwin, crocodile hunter, and I put on these really tight, short.
Oh, they were short shorts too.
They were short shorts, yes. And so I was like, oh man, these are so tight, I can't believe it. How funny would it be if a button popped, poink, and the button shot off? I'm like, oh, that's embarrassing. So we've had that happen before. So yeah. Yeah, consider your shirt choice. That's the jeans is the least of your problems.
What's your advice on the shirt choice?
Boy,
none of yours.
This.
Yeah,
I could just do a hoodie. Mark Zuckerberg does that all the time.
You're not Mark Zuckerberg.
All right, a black turtleneck
You
like
are
Steve
not
Jobs.
Steve Jobs.
Black turtleneck it is.
Yes.
I think
Really
a button.
tight.
Yes.
A size small.
Yes, like Dieter from SNL, like my Mike Myers character. I think that you should wear a
I'd like to point out that
shirt and
Anna
a tie.
just said that my shirt is cute. Thank you, Anna. Maybe I should go shopping with y'all.
Maybe you should.
Yes.
You can take him to Plato's. Get him something
I
nice.
think it's a hopeless case.
They only have nice clothes at Plato's.
Yeah, that's true.
That's where
Yeah,
I got this
It's going
one.
to be a problem.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
Do not shop at Goodwill presentation.
We did decide for Wally's movie premiere where we all get to style him, and then the people get to vote on which outfit for the premiere.
Really?
Or for his movie premiere.
Yeah.
Yes, he
'Cause
agreed to it.
It's a pretty big deal.
So we're gonna go to Goodwill
I
together.
vote a top hat and cane.
I like it. And a monocle? Can I wear a monocle? That would be fantastic. I will be styling or look like the Planters Peanut guy, which is either way, it's a win.
Win. Yes.
Let me see. Let's get to some of the things here. This was from Lauren. Says, hey, can you give a birthday shout out to my friend Sierra or Kyra? C-I-R-A. How would you say that? Kyra?
Kyra.
Okay, Kyra. She's
Sierra.
turning 11. Where are some of the different places that you've lived? Betty Rock, you've only lived in a couple places, right?
Right.
Like Arkansas?
Is this
Arkansas,
so they can
Louisiana.
answer those security questions?
Yes.
Arkansas, Louisiana, and Tennessee.
You lived in Louisiana? I didn't know.
Mhm.
Well, how old were you?
2.
Oh, okay. So Arkansas, they got you right out of the state, took
Right.
you to Louisiana,
Right.
and then you've
2
been
years
here.
in Arkansas, 2 years in Louisiana. The rest are here.
Zach, you've lived Ohio.
Ohio, Indiana for college, back to Ohio, down to Texas,
Oh, that's right, Texas.
then up here.
How about you, Burker?
I was born in Western Illinois
Oh boy.
in the Quad Cities.
Oh, the
we're home of
hand.
John Deere.
Okay.
And then I went to college south of Chicago, so just Illinois and Tennessee.
Okay.
Now I live here.
Yeah, I've been Orlando.
You can use your hand for any state.
California.
You know that?
Yes, here. Yes, over here, Tennessee, Georgia,
California. Did you say California?
California. Yeah, so a few places. Let me see. Hey, this is from Lisa. Can you give a birthday shout out to my daughter Piper? She's turning 9. Happy birthday, Piper. And she wanted to say, how did you guys start the podcast? Is her question. I think it just kind of happened after the show. Zach was like, we really need to do the podcast and do the cut up the show, but we should do a little bit more than that. And that's how the Precast started.
It started when we had to start cutting up every break of the show anyway. And so we're like, for an extra 5 minutes of work, we can do the podcast.
Yeah. And then we started doing the Precast,
Right.
which was like, well, let's just go in there and mess around. And then people started liking that better than the show that we put all the work into. Oh, the irony.
This one is like our creative release.
Yes.
Yes.
And where we get a little looser.
Yeah.
Because on the air, everything is so micro managed, not by our management, but by people.
But Betty can't shout, everyone deserves the death penalty.
Yes,
on
like
air.
yesterday. Yes. Yeah, that would
I don't
never.
remember ever saying
You
that.
don't. Were you under medication yesterday?
No.
I was curious because you were on fire. This is a happy birthday to Quay Criddle from Melissa. That's his wife. So happy birthday, Quay. That's an interesting name. Qway. Quay. I've gotten emails from them before. Nice folk. And then finally, Todd. Here's another birthday request from the
Todd.
land of 10,000 lakes.
His name is Todd.
I was hoping that you could give to my sister Andrea her birthday today. And she's 16. Oh, happy
Yay.
birthday. 16 was a good birthday. I loved my 16th birthday.
Betty and I are going to name our next animal Todd. It depends which one of us gets an animal first. She's going to name her next cat Todd. I'm going to name my next dog Todd.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Who goes first? Which current pet dies first is the other.
Who's going to
flip
kill
side
their
of
dog
that.
That's
first?
true. Well, I mean, Hadley's accident prone, but Clem is an old lady.
Mhm.
Clem's only 9.
No, she's 11.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's getting up there.
Yeah.
11's getting up there.
She'll be 12 this year.
I had a cat that lived to 17. And, like, it was, yeah. At the end, it was.
What's
she
going
was
on
just
with
old
Hank?
cat.
Is he okay?
Hank he's had one other episode that we know of like that little mini cat seizure or whatever. And he hasn't had him since then. It's the weirdest thing. He's normal until those things happen. And so I'm curious if he's like had him his whole life. Because there are times like where's Hank? Where's Hank? And then you'll come into the house and you'll see him come out of the closet. Like he looks like he's in a stupor. Like, what just happened? Like, so I'm curious if he's had him like his whole life and we just.
What if Hank
haven't
is a
seen
time
him.
traveler?
Oh, I hadn't
Have you
thought of
considered
that. Hank the time traveling cat.
Yes.
What a great TV show.
We should look through old photos you have and see if he's there in the background.
Yes, that would be amazing. Just like that dog story that everybody hates
There
right
are
now.
things that come out of your mouth.
That are so smart.
Yes.
Go on.
No.
I love that. Here's the question from Todd in exchange for Andrea's birthday. If astronomers discovered a new planet and left you in charge of naming it, what would you name it? A new planet. What would you name it? Oh, what?
What
Betty?
about Tutti Frutti?
Oh, that would be great. Yes.
Terrible name.
Yeah.
You're terrible.
That got personal. What would
That was
you
a great
name
comeback.
it? Yeah.
Thanks.
Because like stars, they tend to name like after people that found them a lot of times.
She'd name it something nerdy like Darth Vader or Star.
Death Star. I would name
something.
it Death Star.
That is a good name.
Yeah.
I like that.
I would name it the real Pluto
Yes.
and say, take that, fake.
Wait,
Fake
what was
Pluto.
the name
Pluto.
of that band that we were looking at yesterday? It was something Pluto.
It's on my list. Unlike Pluto.
Unlike
Oh.
Pluto.
You'll hear it later on the podcast.
The millennial
from the
quiz.
millennial quiz.
Yeah, that was actually really good. Well, let's move on from birthdays. Thank you guys very much. And we got a couple of things that we did not get to in news, so let's tackle those first today.
Yeah, this first story is kind of an interesting one and shows the downsides of technology. There was a hotel in Austria, this 4-star resort, and they had upgraded their systems to electronic key cards like most hotels, no big deal. Except they have had a series of cyber attacks to their hotels. One of them was so bad that in one attack, the hacker hacked into the system and held everyone's hotel reservation hostage, the cash system hostage, and all of the guests were locked out of their rooms. They were able to hack the hotel on that level.
Wow.
And so now this 4-star resort is having to downgrade to like manual physical keys.
Welcome
in
to
their
a
door.
key with a chain and a bowling
Yeah.
ball. It's like what you go back
What's
to.
wrong with that? I don't see
Nothing.
anything wrong with that. I
There
said I'll
isn't.
go back to that.
But
You-
I think it's probably, I would assume over the long time it would be harder because it'd be more expensive to replace like
Right.
a physical key.
Because they used to charge you like $30 if you lost a key, and so you had to be mindful of that. Because right now, like you walk out of a hotel, I probably still have a key in my wallet from the last hotel we were at. Because you just don't even think about turning that stuff in.
Because it's
Well,
just swipe it and replace it.
Yeah, and they cost nothing though.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you remember? I think it was Ghana. Our hotel rooms had swipe cards, but mine stopped working every single day,
Mhm.
and so you had to go down to the front desk and you just tell them your room number, and
Yeah.
they'd rekey it for you.
Yeah.
No identification, no
Nope.
anything.
Oh God.
Yeah.
So I'm like, wow, anyone could walk in here and get my key card
Easily.
That's fantastic.
Glad I never thought of that.
But
while
every
we
single
were
day
there.
it got wiped out.
Yeah.
Then my other story is about a 16-year-old girl who unfortunately has terminal cancer, but she's not letting it hold her back, and she's completing items on her bucket list. And one of the things she just got to check off was tasering someone.
Something
Yes.
Betty Rock can check off
Yeah,
of her
I
bucket
can
list
say
too.
I did that twice.
Yeah, thanks.
The people who stepped up to the challenge were 2 police officers in her hometown, and they were really good sports about it.
Taser, taser, taser. It is unpleasant to say the least, but for 5 seconds, if it makes somebody's dream come true, especially in her situation, I think it's well worth it no matter what.
When somebody asked, she said, "I'm not afraid to die because I know where I'm going." And that really kind of helped me, even as her mom.
Ooh, that got sad.
Yeah, that was her mom at the end.
Yeah, that got really sad. Like for a minute ago, I was like, "That's funny, she's tasing people," and then it got really sad. Yeah, that's the thing. That's just an odd request, but that's the thing I like about Make a Wish is that it is about that kid and what do they want to do, and they make
That was her
happen.
Make a Wish?
Yes.
It wasn't her Make a Wish.
Oh, yeah, it was, wasn't it?
No, it was just a bucket list item that they helped her out
Oh.
with. Yeah.
Oh, because there was another story in that same story that there was a Make a Wish kid.
That was
too.
the Amazon one that we
Yes.
talked about a few
I
weeks
thought this
ago.
was her Make a Wish.
No, that'd be
Oh.
funny though.
I'm like, that seems really odd that they would do that, but God bless them for going all
They're
in.
like, this is a cheap one.
Yeah, seriously.
really.
And so, yeah, I love hearing people get tased. I will never get sick of that. You sound like Chewbacca, which is really funny. That guy literally sounds like Chewbacca.
terrible.
I know.
So bad. bad.
But it's cops. They have to tase each other. That's part of the training is you have to experience it to
And
know
don't-
what it feels like.
Don't they have to do that to be able to carry pepper spray too?
I
They
think
have to
so.
get pepper sprayed.
I think so.
I think that's a really interesting way to make sure they know the seriousness of that force.
Yeah, you don't even want to know what you have to do to get a gun.
No.
They should make you get shot in the chest with a bulletproof vest just so you feel it.
Ugh.
Because it could go wrong, obviously. But like you would feel that. But I think the idea of the tasing is so that you won't just easily resort to that because you know the pain that it inflicts.
I just want to laugh and point out that yesterday I was talking about the death penalty, and now you're saying everyone should get shot in the
Yes,
chest.
yes.
Can I say that reminds me of my pet peeve in movies is anytime a guy gets shot in a bulletproof vest, they have to unbutton their shirt
Yeah.
and show you where it hit on the vest and
Yeah.
take it off. Like that's the first thing they have to do.
My movie pet peeve of getting shot is everyone gets shot in the arm. Like no one, like all right, look, just for the we're none of us are doctors. Shoot someone in the stomach and then just go, yeah, it missed all his vital organs. He's fine. Like okay, that's good. But everyone gets shot right up here in the chest, like in the arm, between the arm, where it's like, oh, it went right through and I'm fine.
But in every action movie, you have to be able to like keep running after you get shot. And if you get shot in the stomach, you can't really do that.
Yeah, unless you're me. You can hit me in the
Okay.
stomach with a no, but you can hit me in the stomach with a cannon. I'm probably not gonna feel it.
What
Not
about-
not because of my rock hard abs, but because I'm made of marshmallow.
One of my movie pet peeves is when someone gets injured early on in a movie and they have to limp the entire time.
Yes.
Or if they like get dirty at the beginning of the movie and they're dirty the entire movie.
Or they change their limp, like they forget which limp they're
Oh,
supposed
I haven't
to
noticed
do.
that. I just
Yeah.
don't like it when people are sad the entire movie.
The tip for the limp is you're supposed to put a pebble in your shoe
Oh,
because then it you know for sure and you feel it a little bit.
That's a
Zach,
good
the
idea.
method actor.
I'm a thespian.
wow.
Someone did ask if we have audio of Wally getting tased. I think we do.
Oh.
I haven't checked this, but I think so.
Oh God! Goodness gracious! Okay, ow! God, did it burn me? Okay. It's not as funny
lost
as I
a
thought.
shoe somehow in that. All right, and my heart's palpitating. Is that a problem?
And that wasn't one of the ones that gets shot at you and stays on you.
Yeah.
That was Betty touching you with the taser for about that
Oh,
long.
Yes,
yeah.
a
It was like
split
a
I don't
second.
know
millionth
if
of
it
a
made
second.
contact.
It made contact. Trust me, I'm just not that manly.
Someone
yeah.
did recommend your bullet shooting someone in the vest idea for the next Cinco de Betty.
Yes.
Whoa,
Yes.
that
no.
turned ugly
Do you
fast.
trust her aim? She did get 100% on her concealed carry test.
That's right,
Oh,
I did.
that's right. Yeah.
I got 100%.
I've seen Betty shooting. She's a good shot. I respect
I
that.
can do it.
I respect that.
And yes, there is video of Wally getting tased. You can search that at allwally.com.
Oh, Wally.com. People
Yes.
love seeing me
You
get
can
hurt.
choose from either
Fantastic.
the shot collar or the actual tase. The shot collar is
The shot collar's
It's
fun.
better.
awesome.
Yeah.
The
I
shot
couldn't
collar.
watch that one though because I
Oh, it
love
was
you.
awesome.
Thank you.
Unlike some people.
Yes.
Please.
The shot
couldn't-
collar's
no,
the
no,
worst.
No. That day, because I was only part time then, and I like was in the hallway the entire. Like I couldn't do it. I couldn't.
I was sitting there like,
Yeah, that was the worst one. I can honestly say that was the worst one we've done. Betty Rock, what do you got from Lisa? These holdover.
mine it has to do with the Grammys. So it might make it all the way through without being interrupted because
Doubt it.
Kanye is boycotting the Grammys.
What?
Yes, along with Justin Bieber and Drake.
What?
Kanye has 8 nominations for this year's Grammys, and he's received 21 in the past. But
Wow.
according to rumors, he's upset that he always loses when he's gone head to head against a white singer. But if you look in the past, that isn't true because he has beaten Eminem, the Beastie Boys, and Justin Timberlake.
I'm
So-
sorry. He's had 21 Grammys, and
Right.
he's complaining that he hasn't won Grammys.
Like what? You just have to win every one of them, Kanye? And that's kind of racist too when you think about it. It's like I lose to white singers, really? Like okay, when that's not actually the facts. That's crazy.
well, in the rap category.
Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
Of all time.
One of the best videos of all time.
Can you hear me?
Sorry to interrupt you, Becca.
Yeah.
I get it in the rap category though. Like I could kind of see where he's coming from there. But why are Justin Bieber and Drake boycotting?
Who knows?
Oh, okay.
That was not
Because
in
they're
there.
Canadians.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh.
Justin Bieber, they're better off without him being there. And Drake has a tour, I believe.
Mm.
So they're not boycotting.
They're boycotting,
Okay.
Becca.
Sorry.
I claimed it,
Do you know-
so it is.
Do you know last year more people saw the VMAs on Snapchat than on MTV? Isn't that amazing?
What?
No.
Just people watch
No?
it? Like they couldn't stream it from Snapchat, but just shooting little
Yeah,
things.
more a higher number of people watched clips and stuff from Snapchat.
Huh.
Anyway.
Yeah, I don't watch the VMAs anymore. It's like it's just not. It's not relevant to me anymore.
No.
The Grammys, I kind of spot check. You pretty much, Becca, watch a lot of the award shows.
I do. I really enjoy award shows.
Do
They
you?
always get boring
Oh.
at a point, but I like to kind of be up on things because we always talk. We not always, but we usually talk a little bit about it the next day. And usually they're on Sunday nights, and we don't have anything else we watch on Sunday nights, I guess, besides the guys' grocery games. So
It's a good one.
Hey, did y'all watch? I don't know what it was, but it was some kind of awards ceremony where Winona Ryder was getting
her
recognized.
face.
Her face was
No.
so bad. She'd sit back there and she'd be like,
She was
while
just
the
very
guy was
expressive.
speaking-
It was
Okay.
While
funny.
the guy was speaking and giving the acceptance speech, she's in the back and he would say stuff and she'd be like,
Oh, I didn't see that. 'Cause
Yeah.
I used to like
they
Winona Ryder.
claim that it's because she couldn't hear anything, but no one else seems to have a hearing issue except her.
It's just it's funny. It's like she's just being very expressive with her
but
face.
it's odd.
Hmm.
I like
It's
her too.
funny.
I like her in Little Women. It was so good.
I never saw that. I've seen the play, but I've never seen the
So
movie.
good.
Thank goodness. All right, finally here, I have to discuss this. I just got an email. People get upset all the time at different things that one of us says usually.
One of us, yes.
And so it's not important who, but just sometimes
You.
one of us will say things.
You.
But so I just now, today or yesterday, got an email from the election.
Uh-oh.
From the election
Oh,
back
wow.
in November.
Almost
That's-
3 months
Someone's
late.
still mad.
What's the statute of limitations on that?
Like the day after. Seriously. So I get this email that says, I can no longer listen to the Wally show anymore. I have liked their lightheartedness in the past, but him saying who he voted for and not voting for either of the candidates and doing a write-in threw away his vote, and that is unacceptable and sends a bad message. And then my wife emailed him, and he was unapologetic. So I will not ever listen again. And I'm like, okay. First of all, I was really clear about like the voting thing, and my vote was two things. My vote was a message in that I didn't like either candidate, and I couldn't look at myself in the mirror putting either one of them in there. That said, I was like, I will abide by whatever the decision is, and make the best of it. If I choose to take myself out of that, then I have to live with what it is, and I don't have the right to protest at that point. And so I was really just open about that and honest about that, because I think we need to be. A lot of times we hide away from those things in life or in Christian radio and stuff, and we don't talk about it. But I was just honest about it. And so I don't remember his wife's email to me, but I do find it funny that the charge is that I was unapologetic. And so right now I'd like to take this moment to apologize.
Uh-oh, it's trap.
Please forgive me. I know not what I do. It's hard for me to say I'm sorry. Can you feel the love tonight? Girl, this is my sorry for.
I'm sorry
2004.
that I ain't sorry. Like, seriously? For not apologizing, not being apologetic? I would rather be honest with somebody and tell them what I really feel versus placating somebody with an apology, because that happens a lot. Sometimes you write a company and they just tell you what you want to hear to get you to be quiet, and that's not what I choose to do. I choose to either continue the debate or at least state my position and be honest with you. I think people deserve that level of respect when they reach out. But that said, like kind of kidding around about it, what I did write him in all seriousness was I said, if I was unapologetic, I said, honestly, I can't apologize for that because it's my opinion and it's my take. Now, if I was rude to your wife in any way in my writing, then that is 100% unacceptable. And that is the problem with these debates and the passion, and they degrade sometimes. So if you can tell me that I was rude or was not a gentleman, or anything like that, then 100% I apologize profusely to you and to her if that was the case.
And I don't think that you should have to apologize for who you voted for, especially when it's
No.
only 10 days or 11 days into this term, A.
Right.
B, like, what are they expecting from you? Oh, yeah, you're right. I should have voted for the guy who got office anyway. Like,
Right.
what? I don't understand that at all.
Nobody has to apologize for their vote or their opinion on it.
Yeah, we live in way too divisive of times to not have grace for people who disagree with you on politics.
Yeah, I think that's where I struggle here because I do like, politics and I like the discussion of them, but I struggle here in that there's a group of very vocal people inside of this that cannot have a debate or a disagreement without it degrading. Like I wish we could just have honest discussions about it where somebody says, this is what I feel, this is what I feel, and that's where it stops. But it always goes to like some kind of penalty phase and people wanting you fired because something you said just didn't line up with them. Nothing I've ever said was ungodly. Nothing I've ever said is called question. It should have called my faith into question. Like those are the things that you should say you should be removed from this job, 100%. But just having an opinion on politics to me is not a fireable offense.
And the thing that really got me this election cycle was when we talk about anything negative about Trump, whether it was lighthearted or not, like anything negative was, oh, you're a baby killer. Like,
right.
Whoa,
Yeah.
Let's slow down a little bit. We don't need to jump to that.
Or when you gave positive positive comments to the other side, then you got bashed from that side. So I mean, I know there's not a win, and this is what I'm trying to get to. I know that there's not a win in talking about politics in Christian radio. I fully understand that. But I'm not ready to give it up to that degree where we just put our heads in the sand and we just all pretend it doesn't exist. I'm not ready to do that yet. We could do that, but I don't want to. I know a lot of stations that do that.
It's really hard because I have always loved politics. I'm really into it and stuff. But even I don't even go on to Facebook anymore because I'm just exhausted of the vitriol and the hatred we have for each other. Like I just can't take it anymore.
I get that.
And so, but that's why I don't like us talking about it because I'm just done with almost all the discussions for now, and it's just exhausting.
I think you would be a lot more burnt out if you were a part of social media, like an integral part.
Yeah.
Because I agree with you, Zach. Like there's just some stuff posted online because everyone feels like they need to have an opinion and take a stand. And I've been in that place where I'm like, oh, I feel like I should post something. This is a big issue and it's kind of weighing on me, and I don't. And I'm thankful later because just the back and forth and the blow up of it is just too much to take, because people I respect on both sides just post things that you're like,
yeah,
what? Like, where did that come from? Why are we jumping to this? And why are you attacking this person for saying something that honestly they have really good intentions in saying this thing?
Right.
It's very frustrating to be on Facebook.
Yeah, when you say something that's inflammatory, like I get that, and I get that it's gonna have a response and a reaction, and you have to deal with that when it comes up. If you're doing that, if you're baiting, then you have to. But the thing that drives me crazy is when you're actually being balanced or kind to somebody and on the other side or whatever, and that's not good enough, And there are days you just feel like you can't win 100%. But again, is letting those few people dictate the show. That to me is letting them win. And silencing a conversation that should still be had, because like it or not, politics is, our faith should not be excluded from our politics. Our faith colors everything we do and every decision we make.
I think the problem is most of the political discussions are not political discussions, they're personal discussions.
Right.
They're talking about things that are really far outside of policy or outside of philosophies, and they just get very personal, and I don't know that we need to be taking part in those conversations, because that should be. It is important to hold your politicians to high character, and so
100%.
I'm not saying the church needs to not have any voice into that, but it's just the climate is too angry and dangerous right now.
And we tried to stay out of a lot of that. Like it got really ugly at the end of the election, and
we got way back.
Yeah, I was dancing around different stories and stuff just because I knew, and some of them too, you couldn't even tell the story on the air because of our limitations inside of this format, and even the FCC.
And at some point you have to give people what they're coming to you for.
Right.
If Taco Bell starts serving pizzas, I think they tried that. It didn't work because people are going to Taco Bell for Mexican food. And when people are coming to Christian radio for encouragement to be lifted up, to drag people down into the mire of politics is not giving them what they're turning to you for. And it's a little bit of a bait and switch, a violation of their expectations.
I struggle with that, honestly, because I understand that, and you and I've had this conversation at great length. And while I understand that, there is still part of me that goes, if you don't stretch it at all, then it will always stay in this one place, and we would have never grown. We would have never grown musically if we didn't stretch musically, you know, what people's tolerance for Christian radio or music is, you know. So it's I think it's a balance.
But you don't leave. Yeah. The difference is
I think you're wrong.
Okay.
No, sorry.
Well, you're wrong. People are coming to feel a certain way, and
Right.
You can't talk about politics right now and leave feeling good, no matter what the discussion is.
Right. Yeah. We're not on it a lot right now either. You know, it's 7 days in office for Trump, and there's executive orders being signed, and people really getting angry about different stuff. And I am purposely just staying out of all that nonsense.
That's wisdom.
Yeah.
Well, because it's a deep rabbit hole once
Yeah.
you jump.
and I don't understand it. So there is that.
I mean, if we wanted to start a political podcast that is
Right.
just talking about that,
Right.
that would be better than trying to shoehorn people into it.
Yeah.
in my opinion.
No, I agree, and I actually respect that. But
So let's only say things that everyone can agree with.
I remember one time.
Yeah. Ice cream is great.
You weren't here for
Nope,
this.
I'm lactose intolerant.
Oh, it's so divisive.
You weren't here for this one time. I was given the mandate that I was not allowed to say the president's name from a program director that we used to have here, who, thank the Lord, is no longer with us.
What?
He's alive, but just not here. That would be cold if I was saying that. But yeah, because we were having political conversations and people were getting upset, and so the solution was, you're just not allowed to say his name ever about anything. I'm like, what in the world? What kind of world do I live in? I don't want to do that. And so we had this big fight internally, and I was so mad, and I started wanting to do this bit that was only good news, you know, where basically it was like, today, nothing happened on a plane headed to Chicago. Everyone landed safely. Isn't life great? You know, and being real over the top sarcastic with
But that
it.
is a good reminder. There's a lot of great things that happen in this world that doesn't get talked about, and so you only hear people talking about the bad things that happen. Like when we did the segment on what made you choose your church, there were some great stories in there of churches doing it right. But you never hear about that because we just complain about things. So I think we need to do more things about. Like I do
Being
think we
more
need.
thankful.
Yes.
Are you
yes.
complaining that we don't do that enough?
Kind of.
Okay, well then.
No, I'm
There's irony there.
reinforcing that there's value in pointing out the good.
Yeah, I struggle in that area because I am more negative by nature, and I don't know how to get out of good stories. I just like I know Carlos and Joy do a One Joyful Thing, and we tried to do a segment, Good News, one time, and we tried it a couple times, and I do not, for the life of me, know how to get out of a good story without a joke. And if I don't have a joke on it, it's always like, that was great.
You got to segue into something else.
Yeah, and I don't do it well, and so I just want to avoid it. And I gotta find a way to maybe get better at it, because maybe it'd make the show better. I don't know. So maybe that'll be our challenge. Is we should do a segment where you give me like a good story, like give me 3 options of just really good feel good stories, and I have to come up with a way to get out of them that's not a joke, that's a feel good, and it's not a just. That was awesome.
The way to do that, is to dig deep within yourself.
I don't like that. That's a side of me that I like to keep to me.
I will find all the stories about daughters leaving for college,
yeah.
daddy-daughter first dances. I'm going to find things that make you
Play
feel.
butterfly kisses.
Oh, that is a good song. That is a good song. So maybe we'll mess around with that and try to come up with some. I like when we come up with bits here on the show.
Can
real
we
quick, you wanna
say
do
a
some-
special hi to Lester, streaming from the Philippines?
What?
It's a quarter till midnight there.
Nicely
Wow.
done,
That's fantastic.
Lester. That's impressive.
Lester, are you where
Lester.
we're on the air in the Philippines?
Yeah.
It'll take a minute to.
Okay, for him
Come on,
to
Lester.
cycle back
Yes.
around, so I'll just talk in the meantime.
Jeremy says your beard is looking good, Wally.
No,
Thank
it's
you.
not. No, it is not.
Do not listen
Look
to her.
straight into the camera. It is growing sideways. That
It
is
has to.
disgusting.
It
It's
has
so
to.
gross. No,
I don't pick on
it is-
yours.
Wow.
I don't have
That
one.
face.
son.
That face.
No,
it
is-
has to.
No, it doesn't.
it
is
has
gro-
to at
it's,
first.
No, it's so gross. It's
first?
growing sideways.
It
That's
will.
not right.
But it's gonna. You have to tame it.
it's
like it
gross, and it's
comes out
all
like this.
gray. Like it
I know.
looks
I don't mind gray.
nasty.
Well,
Ugh.
that's a little harsh.
like salt and pepper beard isn't that bad.
What
but
if you,
it is
what
just
if you
gross.
shaved underneath your jaw? Like right here. if you just shaved that.
Well, because that
and
all
then-
has to be part of it eventually.
It's so gross.
To become
You need
Santa?
stop.
Yes, yes. No, I'm trying to grow. I want to see if I can grow it out. That's
Oh,
what I'm
Joe
doing.
agrees with me. Agreed with Becca.
Okay.
Scott says, "Is Wally Amish?"
That's what I'm going for. I want to get back to my
I think
Amish
what
roots.
it is it flies out because of his shirt. Like it rests
Well,
on.
the chins are kind of pushing it out
Yeah.
unnaturally far.
You know what? I've had enough self-esteem issues for one
naturally
day.
far.
It is gross.
Thank you. I missed
Have
that
I
the first.
mentioned that it's gross?
I missed it the first 5 times. All right, so we're gonna call it for the old
It's got a
precast
natural
today.
curl.
Thank you, thank you.
Like this.
Yes,
Like
exactly.
a duck butt.
Just like that. Thank you. All right.
It hurts my
That's
stomach to
Some
laugh.
people do duck face.
Yes.
Wally does.
Duck butt.
Yes. All right. That's gonna do it for the precast. On with the podcast.